Hello, today is 9:30 of 25 and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 9 o'clock and I am getting ready for my first meal of the day. I haven't even made my coffee, but I will. So I'm going to use a half cup of Fairlife whole milk and a serving of whey isolate protein powder. I normally also put in some collagen peptides. However, I'm out of them, so that won't be going in there. And then I am making myself what would be like considered my lunch kind of. I have a really busy day today, and so I want to like get a meal in, and then the rest of my food is just going to be what I can eat in my car today. So I'm making a new recipe. It's for buttery sausage and shrimp. For my sausage, the original recipe calls for smoked sausage. I'm going to be using Amy Lou brand Italian chicken sausages. Um, they're higher in protein, so that's really why I want to use them. They also they don't have nitrates in them. Very, very clean ingredients. So that's great. So I'm going to have two of those in my recipe and then some shrimp and some butter. I'll walk you through it. But for the butter, the original recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. I don't have a gallbladder, and so I'm just a little worried about eating that much fat first thing in the morning. I will drink my coffee first, but still, I'm a little worried about that. So I only added 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I've got my butter melted here, so I need to add in 1.5 cloves of garlic. So I did cut this recipe in half, which is why it's calling for 1.5 cloves. So I will get my garlic added in here. There we go. I'm going to grab a spoon. I want to make sure because butter will get bitter, not butter, garlic will get bitter really quickly. I'm surprised at how hot this is. So, and I don't want it to burn. And I'm going to add in my spices. So the original recipe calls for Cajun spice, but I don't have any. So I just made my own little mix. So I used ground black pepper, onion powder, oregano, garlic powder, thyme, cayenne, and paprika. And then the recipe also calls for some additional paprika. So that's also in this mix that I have here, and some lemon pepper. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to add in my 2 sausages that I have sliced up. It smells really good. And then my shrimp. And then I will just cook this until my shrimp are cooked through. Now that my shrimp are cooked through, the recipe calls for the juice of 1/4 of a lemon. I don't have any lemon, so I'm just going to put a little bit of juice in here. And I'll stir this up and give it a taste. I think the flavor of my Italian sausage might be a little overpowering for like the dish. No, it's actually the sauce, the seasoning that's added to it. So yeah, it's good. Really simple, like easy to make. So, I could see making this again, although I don't know that it's really much better than just cooking up some shrimp with some salt and pepper and adding a sausage to it. Like it's not like, oh, the greatest thing. But it's decent, maybe gives you a different flavor profile. I'm not sure that I would make it again just because to me it's not much different from like just cooking up some shrimp with a little bit of salt and pepper and a sausage. But it's an okay recipe. So for the rest of my day, I'm going to take some food with me. I will go to the gym while my daughter is at volleyball. I usually go to the gym, so that's what I'm going to do. And right after the gym, I will have some cottage cheese and blackberries. So it's good culture cottage cheese and about a half cup of blackberries. And then right after that, I have to drop my daughter off and take my son to hockey and then take him from hockey to youth group. And then I can come home for about an hour and then I got to go pick him up. So I won't get home until like it'll be after 6:30, just for that 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to take food with me to eat before that. I tend to do better if I can eat earlier in the day. So I've got myself here some chicken pepperoni salads, chicken pepperoni, cucumber, and Italian dressing. I think that's all that's in there. And then I also have some hard salami, and maybe that's not what it's called really, but my husband went on a trip and he went through Wisconsin and stopped at like a local, like a meat market thing, and got me some of this. So I want to give that a try. And then I'm also going to take with me a Fit Crunch protein bar. This is strawberry strudel, is my favorite kind. I'm actually not sure that I'm going to eat that. I just want to have it with me in case I need it. And then quick note, watch the sizes. So this is actually like a really big bar. This is 370 calories in this bar. That is not the size of the bar that I originally had, and it was not quite half, a little more than half of this size as far as like calories wise. And then I really enjoyed them and wanted to make sure that I could have them for like maybe days like this. And so I ordered them and I got these giant bars. So I'll I'll get through them. It's just harder. Like I don't usually use them as like a whole meal, but that's kind of what it is when it's that many calories. So I'll get through them, and then I have found the smaller size so that I can have the smaller size in the future. I did end up eating the protein bar. As you can see, I needed it. I am still in a caloric deficit of 800 calories, which I'm working on just being okay with that. My body will level it out. One day I'll just be really hungry and I will eat more and it'll be okay. For sure, even we have a plan to go Saturday to celebrate our anniversary, and we're going to go to Texas de Brazil, which I've never been to before, but apparently it's like all you can eat meat. So I'm super excited about that. I want to try some meats that I've never tried before, so that'll be fun. So I ended up with not quite 1,600 calories. My protein is 183, my net carbs are 35, and my fat is 66. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.